So hello everyone, welcome back to another episode for tutorial for foreign students here in University of Economics in Katowice. And today we have another really special guest with us, Emal Zahid, if I pronounce it correctly.
Of course you do.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you said, my name is Emal Zahid. I'm 26. I'm from Afghanistan. And I did engineering in Pakistan as I got a scholarship.
Whoa.
And then I worked as an English instructor in Afghanistan for 2 years.
Perfect.
And after that, I decided to come to Turkey for my master's degree and just to
In which field?
enhance my skills. And doing my business administration.
Business administration.
So it's
Same.
called an MBA. And I have completed 3 semesters and then I got selected for Erasmus.
Perfect.
So I'm here.
So welcome officially then.
Thank you so much.
So hoş geldiniz, as you say in Turkey. So please tell us about the selection of the Erasmus place. I mean, you had a lot of opportunities to go everywhere. So why did you choose Poland?
Well, I had 3 or 4 options, but when I knew that I'm selected for University of Economics in Katowice, and when I researched Katowice, it's the best place because of the historical importance of the city. It's ancient city. It has a lot of places to visit. It has a lot to offer actually, and especially about the University of Economics. When I researched, it's one of the greatest university in Katowice, and one of the greatest actually in whole Poland. So that's why I was so excited about it, and I said no, I don't have to go for the second choice. It's very good.
It was your first choice also?
Yes, it was my first choice, yeah.
So you like...
And of course, other reasons as well, because it's a little bit cheaper than Europe, and it has great opportunities. And I have been recommended that Poland is very good because the people are so friendly, so foreigner friendly. As I've traveled to Pakistan and Turkey. Well, unfortunately, things are not good there.
Being a foreigner there, it's a little tricky. Let's say it's a little tricky.
Not a little, actually.
It's extremely tricky, yeah. So, like, coming to Katowice, and especially in University of Economics, is like a conscious decision. You're like, you did your research, which is really important because not a lot of people... Because you're here for 1 semester as an Erasmus student, right?
Yeah.
So they don't really focus on the after studies, let's say. They focus on, okay, where should I go? Let's go there or there. But for you, it was like you saw the university, you saw the city, you saw the opportunities lying here. So it was like...
of course, because we have just limited time, some months here.
Yeah, a couple of
So
months.
quality is so important. We have to research about it because academics are so important for us, and that's the main purpose of coming as an exchange.
We tend to
of
forget
course,
it.
there is culture and exchange and social life and just an exposure. But quality of education is, of course, important for me. That's why I had my research, and
I mean, we tend to
found this very good.
We tend to forget that Erasmus is not only about the social life; it's also about the studies. So,
of course,
by the time you make a decision to go to a university, to a different country, you should take all the varieties into severe consideration. Like, I'm going there because I have a purpose. As you said, you are an MBA student. I have graduated from MBA, so for me, I came here to University of Economics. We had a similar, procedure. I was like, okay, I have those options. Which one should I take? University of Economics seems cool. The staff were friendly. They were helpful. How was your experience with the whole procedure? Like, it was easy for you? Did it take a lot of time? Like,
about the time, it takes time because we have examinations, we have nominations, and then the final selection, different kind of examinations actually, the language examinations, and after that academics, and we have different interviews. So I think it's longer process, but it's required to find the suitable candidate. Yeah. So anyone cannot get it. It's so special, right? It was easier, but longer.
Yeah, it
was. But the staff and the faculty back there in my country, the host university, and here, Poland, both the universities, they were so friendly whenever I had some problem or I don't understand how the process works. So they would just reply within business day.
Yeah, business day.
So it was so great for me because normally it's not the case, but this was
Trust
good.
me, it's not the
Yeah,
case.
they were helpful.
Usually it's not the case. So
Yeah.
let's, if I may add a comment, your home university did a great selection. They chose a good one. So welcome again. So
Thank you so much.
you were talking about Poland and Katowice in general. So what could you also say as a student here now? Because you open a new job market, let's say, because you are living here. As you said, there is a lot of international culture going on, a lot of international people, a lot of businesses. Have you made also the research, not only from university, for after studies, something like, okay, if I go to this university, the university might be great, but what job opportunities will it help me open, you know? You know what I mean? Have you did any research regarding that, like the Polish economy, how the things are in Poland for foreigners also? Have you had any?
Yeah, of course. For when I was coming, I was not thinking about staying. I was more focused on my studies, first of all. But when I got here and when I just did a little bit of research, when I met people here, especially the foreigners, job markets are so high here, especially in the recent years. And Polish economy, nobody, not a lot of people knows this, but Polish economy is so good. It's getting very good, very high. Like it's the 26th in the worldwide, yeah,
which is like
in terms of nominal GDP, and then the 6th in Europe.
6th in Europe, yeah,
Sixth in Europe, which is great. Nobody considers it to be like this great, but it is actually. Yeah. It's a fact. In the job markets, I never worked in Pakistan, but I work in Turkey. So as a international sales officer in a medical tourism field. So I did some research in the sales jobs here, and as well as other sectors. And it's not only jobs. It's also investment, because Poland is so open for international investments in different sectors. For example, if we say mining, for example, it's a good option for foreign
investments. Especially in the area of Silesia. There used to be like a really coal-dependent area of Poland. So there is a lot of mines. There is a lot of. It has been introduction into culture of Silesia area, like the coal mines, but in general mines.
Yeah, and we can also have pharmaceuticals, which is very good.
And it's close to what you did, kinda.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, we need them.
You need them. They need you. So it's like dependent.
Yeah, it depends on each other, and then we can have agriculture. It's also very good.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you elaborate a little more? I didn't quite.
Yeah, like I'm telling the sectors we can invest in Poland, apart from having jobs, like jobs in every sector. In every sector, they need people, and the hiring rate, unemployment rate is decreasing nowadays. The pay is very good here, and living expenses, cost of living is very low here, and the standard of living is quite
high. And it's not only about that; it's also the consuming power. The consuming power of someone who lives in Poland, it's kind of strong and works here also. Not as students, we came from different backgrounds. It's like a little complicated, but for a foreign student, for a foreign worker here, it's like the consumer power is quite good for typical Polish. But
of course, I had some experiences with the foreigner friends where I met them in the university or my dormitory. It's an international place, so they have acceptance of hiring the foreigner nationals here. So foreigners have great chances to work and live here. Yeah, of course, I agree on that.
Have you seen, like, by the time you're in the university, those couple of weeks, have you seen like any, how can I express it properly, like any opportunities that they open in the job market? For example, I know there is a lot of groups, student groups, who do a lot of projects, who help you connect a little bit for then connect to the job market and be ready to do the next step, you know, like. We live, by being a student in a university, especially a foreigner, you are like in a protected environment, let's say. So do you think like the university is taking under consideration that, okay, the students are here, but they're gonna need to make the next step, you know, they have to open their wings, as we say, you know. Do you have the vibe that from the University of Economics, if you need something, there are the opportunities there?
Well, I would say the first impression is the last impression. When I entered the university and I entered the welcome point,
Yeah.
They were so helping with not only with the problems or the situations in the university, but outside that.
Also.
For example, having a bank account, how do I take the transport, and each and everything. So, of course, in academically, it's not only university for learning, but they offer great opportunities for foreigners or for any students.
Yeah.
They have great projects going on. Actually, like as I know, 2-3 projects
Yeah.
are simultaneously
going on.
So it creates great opportunity for foreign nationals, for students. For it doesn't matter if you're full time or Erasmus students.
Yeah.
It provides great opportunity for them to work on themselves, work in the field they are studying, because in every field they have something going on actually, and especially the teaching staff, the professors, most of them they are entrepreneurs and they have opened their arms for the students, like, okay, you can work with me, we can work together on this project. So it's great. It's not only study, but if you focus and if you're like an ambitious
if you're willing
person,
to do it, it's up to you. After a little
it's
bit, the university gives you the tools, it gives you the opportunities, and it's up to you to grab them, to seize the opportunity.
Of course. If you want to work, they provide you great opportunity, and they're so helpful about it.
And you seem quite ambitious, and if I make a prediction, I don't think you're gonna go back after.
Well, it depends. Depends on the
of the opportunity,
what you get and what you really care for.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Would you see yourself like living here? Not after Erasmus in general, but in general. Would you ever think that, okay?
As I mentioned, the living standards over here, it's so good. And I found Polish people very friendly, especially with foreigners, especially considering the fact that we don't speak their language.
Yeah, which is really important.
Like, I feel it's not the same, unfortunately. I'm not being racist, but I've been in Turkey for 2 years, and it was not the same.
Really?
They
weren't speaking English or something. They weren't trying.
They don't speak, and like, I'm not saying all of them, but it's just, let's say, every country has good or bad. So most percentage of them don't speak, first of all, and some percentage,
they do.
Even if they speak English, if they know how to speak, still they would be like kind of, let's say, racist, or so they wouldn't. So, but in Poland, as far as my experience has been, so it's very good. I don't speak their language, but whenever we go, we just communicate. Sometimes I use Google Translate.
They are willing to help.
That's important.
You cannot expect someone in Poland to speak English. Or in every country to speak like the language you understand. For example, I speak also German. I don't expect them to speak English.
But I appreciate the intentions that they want to help you.
It's willing,
and despite the fact that they can't speak it, or you can speak their language, but they do want to help you. That's nice.
That's all you need. And after a bit, if it's like something simple, you'll manage to find out. It's like either it's gonna be body language, it's gonna be
body language is important. Like most of the things, we just do it with the body language. Just like, I need a shampoo, I just say
like this.
Just this, and
you say as simple as that. I mean, and they are willing to help. Otherwise, if you're like whatever, you don't speak the language, ignore you. But that's really lovely. So,
of course, considering these facts,
why not?
If I want to live in Poland, of course, it will be so joyful, and
so far so good. It has left you a good impression. It's. I mean, I came after a year. I came after a year. So, in order to sum up, I think until now, your experience in Poland is like a pleasant one, or a positive one. It has left you
positive, and I hope it will.
It's gonna get even better, because we all need some time to adjust. I came from different background. In order to adjust, I needed a long time,
Well, I didn't need it a long time.
Really?
I was expecting that, okay, it will be so hard to adjust in the new environment, which normally it is. Yeah. But with the ease they provide with the accommodation and all the stuff, the helpful, like the, as I mentioned, welcome points of the university. I told you, it's not only the university stuff they are helping, but they help me with the communication.
Everyday stuff.
Accommodation, and they appoint you a special thing about Erasmus privilege. They appoint you a unibody. You can ask them anything, and most of the time they are just a Polish citizen, not like for the country you're going. So they're the citizen of the country, so they know better how the dynamics works in the country. So
even though I'm willing to help you, sometimes I can do only that. I can go as far.
So it was like, it took me just 2 days to
really.
really understand
Think,
most of the things.
I mean,
Not all.
the university for foreigners is quite organized. It helps.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure about the Polish one, but for international, I think they did amazing job because I have a lot of experience from different countries, different universities. I can tell you they do amazing job. So
To sum up, I have no complaints yet, and thank you for everything.
Thank you so much for being here with us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Thank you so much. So see you in the next episode. It was a lovely conversation, and I'll see you later.
Bye bye.
Bye everyone.